attributes, yet he had shaken it for 11 years straight. Each time, his attributes were either that of a millennium's worth of trash or of 10 millenniums worth of rubbish. Now, he has become numb to the daily routine of shaking. He swore to only start cultivating after shaking an exceptional attribute. Today, as usual, he shook and got the spiritual root of a millennium's worth of trash again. Frustrated, he spat out a mouthful of blood. With a sense of resignation, he began to shake his innate destiny. Suddenly, a streak of golden light flashed by. He actually shook out a super great innate destiny with 4 attributes: top-level charm, top-level swordsmanship aptitude, top-level agility. After the game of life begins, he will obtain an unparalleled cultivation technique and 1,000 high-grade spirit stones. He was completely stunned. Then, he lay on the ground, laughing madly. From now on, I just need to focus on shaking for a high-quality spiritual root qualification. Now that I have this superior destiny, even if I shake until I'm 40, so what? In the not-too-distant future, there will definitely be a place for me in this cultivation world. The young man is named Hanju. His parents, who were servants of Old Tai, an alchemist of the Jade Pure Sex Outer sect, usually planted elixirs for him, but in the year he turned 6, his parents abandoned Hanju and ran away. Thus, Hanju took over his parents' job. One day, 2 cultivators from the Jade Pure Sex Inner sect suddenly arrived at this medicine valley. It turned out that Old Tai was out on business, and the sect specifically asked them to guard this place. Just like that, another 2 years passed, and Hanju hadn't shaken a single high-quality spiritual root. My luck is really too bad. I'm afraid I might die shaking without ever getting a superior spiritual root. Just then, Old Tai came back and called for everyone to assemble. Old Tai first praised everyone. You all did well while I was away. No problems occurred, and I am very pleased. Everyone looked deeply moved. This is what we should do. It's our honor to relieve our master of worries. Hanju, however, looked unimpressed. A bunch of bootlickers. No matter how sweet your words, this old man won't give you any real benefits. At that moment, Old Tai suddenly called Hanju and 3 others over to him for a spirit. A bunch of bootlickers. No matter how sweet your words, this old man won't give you any real benefits. At that moment, Old Tai suddenly called Hanju and 3 others over to him for a spiritual root qualification check. Hanju thought, hasn't he always forbidden servants from cultivating? Wait, there's blood on his clothes. Old Tai is injured. Fortunately, Hanju had never shaken a good spiritual root. Then another chubby kid was found to have a spiritual root, and Old Tai immediately said, I wish to take you as my disciple and take you outside the valley to cultivate. Would you like that? The chubby kid was ecstatic. I would love to. Only Hanju knew this chubby kid might never come back. This world is too dangerous. I need to hurry up and shake out a spiritual root for cultivation. 3 years passed just like that. Suddenly, a loud pig-like laughter came from Hanju's room. Hanju was so excited that he rolled around on the ground, for he had shaken out a top-level spiritual root containing 6 attributes. Hanju was about to start cultivating with the help of the system, but then he suddenly thought of Old Tai, that old geezer. That chubby kid has never been seen again since he was taken away, probably dead by now. It would be dangerous if he found out I was cultivating. At that moment, the system suddenly popped up a notification. You can choose a small place, and the system will help create a barrier. Cultivators outside the barrier will not be able to detect any changes inside. Hanju was overjoyed. A barrier could be created. In that case, today, I, Hanju, will officially step onto the path of cultivation. System, begin. The next moment, he appeared in the system space. Options floated before his eyes. Now that you have unexpectedly awakened the inheritance of the immortal emperor and obtained an unparalleled technique, 6 realms of reincarnation, and set forth on the path of cultivation, please choose your main cultivation path. Hanju thought the 6 realms of reincarnation must involve cultivating all 6 types of spiritual roots together. He immediately decided to choose Sword Cultivator as his main cultivation path. Then, he watched as all the surrounding spiritual energy was absorbed into his body. Hanju instantly felt powerful and discovered an added relationship panel. Upon opening it, he found his relationship with Old Tai was marked as hatred. Hanju couldn't help but grit his teeth in anger. Damn it, Old Tai, you bastard. I've been toiling away at planting grass for you, and you still hate me? Wait, Old Tai's pettiness probably stems from my parents running away, but he hasn't done anything to me. He has been gone somewhere in the recent years, so I can cultivate in peace. Immediately, Hanju calmed his mind and began to cultivate peacefully. Hanju felt the spiritual energy of wind, earth, wood, and water around him, but there was no fire and thunder spiritual energy. Without further thought, he decided to first cultivate these 4 types of spiritual energy well. Just then, the system popped up again with 2 options. First, obtain an energy cultivation realm magical tool. Second, unlock the ability to hide one's cultivation level and spiritual root. Hanju felt to be able to hide one's cultivation level and spiritual root, this system is really thoughtful. Without hesitation, he chose the second option. Time flew by, and 2 years passed. Hanju's 4 types of spiritual energy had now been cultivated to the 7th level of the energy cultivation realm. However, just when Hanju thought he could continue to cultivate peacefully, trouble came knocking. As Hanju was about to return, an intersect disciple named Xing Hongxian found him and directly asked him to follow her to a small forest. Hanju was puzzled. I don't know her. Why would she suddenly ask me to go to a small forest? Immediately, he opened the relationship list and found that Xing Hongxian had 2 stars of goodwill towards Hanju. Could she be wanting to dual cultivate with me? Should I comply or comply? Just when Hanju was slightly excited, Xing Hongxian said, help me get Old Tai's pill recipe, and I'll take you away from the Jade Pure sect to join the demon cult. If your aptitude is good and you achieve some level of cultivation, I might even consider becoming your cultivation partner. Hanju was instantly petrified. Damn, this woman is a demon cultivator. Hanju immediately felt despair. Offending the Jade Pure sect would get me chased to the ends of the earth, but if I refuse, this witch will definitely kill me to silence me. Although she and I are both at the 7th level of the energy cultivation realm, I haven't learned any spells. I must not confront her directly. Hanju immediately said, I don't know where the item is, and there's also your fellow sect member guarding the attic, but Xing Hongxian pressed him down. The item is in the attic. As for the other person, I will take care of luring them away. Then she took out a black pill, just in case. This pill can help you activate your spiritual root. Without waiting for any reaction from Hanju, she stuffed it into his mouth and forced him to swallow. As soon as Hanju returned to his room, he had the system help him expel the elixir. While Hanju was considering whether to follow Xing Hongxuan's orders, the system popped up. First, steal the pill recipe, win Xing Hongxuan's favor, and earn a 5-star hatred from the Jade Pure sect. Second, absolutely refuse, prevent Xing Hongxian from getting the pill recipe to acquire the sword technique, Supreme Finger Divine Sword. Looking at the 2 options provided by the system, Hanju didn't hesitate to choose the second one. That night, while Hanju was cultivating in his room, Xing Hongxian suddenly appeared outside his window. I have found out that the pill recipe is in the study. I will lure the guard on Old Tai's attic away in a moment. You go in and search. Remember, there is a formation in the attic. If anything goes wrong, Old Tai will rush back immediately. You don't have much time, so be quick. Soon, Hanju arrived at the attic, and indeed, everyone had been lured away. Hanju went into the study, pretending to search. He pretended to look around casually, and then started to slack off. What a joke! The storeroom is so big. How can I possibly find it? This witch could have sneaked in herself to find the pill recipe much more easily. Yet she insists on making such a big fuss. Is she out of her mind? People really are different. Even the pens Old Tai uses are made of gold, while we, the medicine slaves, can only scrape by on the bare minimum. The damned rich landlords. Xing Hongxian suddenly appeared behind Hanju. What are you mumbling about? Did you find the pill recipe? Seeing that Hanju wasn't really looking for the pill recipe, Xing Hongxian was about to kill him. Hanju, scared, bumped into a cabinet, and a vase fell from the cabinet. The pill recipe then appeared before them both. Hanju was completely numb. No, Old Tai, this is not how you hide things. It's over. Now that she has the pill recipe, she'll definitely kill to silence me. Just as Xing Hongxian lunged at him, unexpectedly, Xing Hongxian excitedly hugged Hanju. You really are my lucky charm. I never expected the honest forced you to create such romance. Watching Xing Hongshuan's excited demeanor, Hanju thought to himself, I must not let her get the pill recipe, or my supreme finger divine sword technique will be gone. He picked up a brick, ready to stealthily knock her out, when suddenly an attack hit them both. Hanju was blasted away, and the pill recipe flew into the hands of a newcomer, who was none other than Old Tai. Daring to covet the pill recipe, you are truly audacious. Seeing she was no match for Old Tai, Xing Hongxian didn't hesitate to run away. When Hanju, lying on the ground, woke up and saw Old Tai, he immediately said, Lord, you finally come. I almost lost my life trying to stall that witch. Afterward, Old Tai asked Hanju to explain the situation clearly. Once Hanju had told everything to Old Tai, he didn't make things difficult for him. Seeing that he had successfully bluffed his way through, Hanju quickly scurried away. At this moment, the system also sent a notification. Mission completed. Successfully obtained supreme finger divine sword. Another 2 years passed. Hanju had cultivated all 4 types of spiritual root to the 9th level of the energy cultivation realm. He was only short of cultivating the lightning and fire spiritual roots to the 9th level to break through to the foundation establishment realm. It was also time for him to leave this place. Taking advantage of the twilight, he took his bag and left the place he had lived in for 20 years. He directly arrived at the gate of the Jade Pure Sect. My name is Hanju, a rogue cultivator at the 9th level of the energy cultivation realm, wishing to join the Jade Pure Sect. May I know if there's a way in? The gatekeeper was about to report it when he happened upon the outer sect steward, Yang Luo. He immediately had Hanju demonstrate his spiritual energy. Hanju casually executed a move of the supreme finger divine sword, slicing off the top of a mountain. This move directly stunned the 3 of them. Without another word, Yang Luo took Hanju to register. On the way, Hanju asked, does the Jade Pure Sect have a place for cultivating lightning and fire spiritual energy? Yang Luo was startled upon hearing this. Could this person be a lightning spiritual root? Then he said, the inner sect might have such places, but the qualification to enter the inner sect is reaching the foundation establishment stage. However, if you are a lightning spiritual root, you might be an exception and be allowed to join the inner sect directly. Hearing this, Hanju immediately showed his lightning spiritual root. Then, Yang Luo took Hanju to see an elder, and Hanju casually displayed 3 of his spiritual roots. Just like that, Hanju easily joined the inner sect and even received a luxurious welcome package. The elder and Yang Luo told him to rest well and said they would take him to the inner sect once the great elder returned. Hanju sighed lightly. I accidentally became a key figure to be looked after, but he soon discovered there was fire spiritual energy here, and without a second thought, he started cultivating it. Half a year later, the great elder returned. Yang Luo immediately came to inform Hanju. Upon opening the door, Yang Luo was surprised to find that Hanju had been cultivating all this half year. When Hanju opened his eyes, he had already cultivated his fire spiritual root to the 4th level of the energy cultivation realm. Then he went with Yang Luo to meet the great elder. The great elder directly said to Hanju, the sect has 18 peaks, which means there are 18 teaching elders. If someone takes a liking to you, you can directly become an inner sect disciple. Otherwise, you will have to reach foundation establishment as soon as possible to participate in the sect's minor competition. Then the great elder took Hanju on a flying gourd towards the inner sect. On the way, the great elder introduced the various elders of the inner sect to Hanju. Each peak has its own atmosphere due to the character of the teaching elder. Some are low-key and focus on hard cultivation, while others are off and on missions. So, what kind of cultivation atmosphere do you wish to join? Hanju thought for a moment. I'll choose the low-key and hard cultivation path. I don't like bustle, and I don't like being high profile. The great elder looked at Hanju with a meaningful glance, then chuckled. Jade Seclusion Peak suits you very well. You will definitely like it there. Upon entering the inner sect, they were stunned by the scenery before them. Hanju had thought the Jade Pure Sect was just a small sect, but it turned out to be so vast. The great elder flew around, introducing the various places of the inner sect to Hanju. When they arrived at Jade Seclusion Peak, the entire mountain seemed quiet and serene. The great elder said, the teaching elder of Jade Seclusion Peak is Shishuan Fairy. Her cultivation is profound and inscrutable, and she likes to cultivate in seclusion, making Jade Seclusion Peak quiet. Moreover, she does not allow her disciples to have romantic entanglements, so Jade Seclusion Peak is mainly composed of hard cultivators. Hearing this, Hanju's eyes lit up. This place is simply my heaven. Upon entering the main hall, the great elder introduced Hanju to Shishuan Fairy. Shishuan Fairy asked, Hanju, are you willing to focus solely on cultivation without concerning yourself with worldly matters? Just as Hanju was about to answer, he heard a voice. Finally, Jade Seclusion Peak has got a decent junior brother. A girl approached. Hanju immediately opened the relationship list and found that Chan Yuer had 2 hearts of goodwill towards him, but Hanju immediately replied, Shishuan Fairy, unless ordered, I can stay in seclusion for 100 years without stepping outside. Upon hearing this, Chan Yuer's goodwill immediately dropped to 1 star. Then, Shishuan Fairy asked Hanju to launch an attack on her. Immediately, Hanju gathered all his strength into a sword energy, rushing towards Shishuan Fairy like lightning, but just as it was about to hit Shishuan Fairy, the sword energy vanished into thin air. Shishuan Fairy asked lightly, is this the only move you know? Hanju honestly admitted it. Shishuan Fairy then said, this sword technique is not bad. From now on, stay at Jade Seclusion Peak. The great elder left Hanju a meaningful smile before leaving, but Hanju noticed Shishuan Fairy staring intently at him, just as he was puzzled about the situation. Chan Yuer quickly hinted, she's telling you to pay your respects as a disciple. Only then did Hanju realize, and he quickly knelt in front of Shishuan Fairy. The disciple Hanju pays respects to master. May master live forever. Shishuan Fairy was rendered speechless by Hanju's actions. Do you think your master is an empress? Well, Yuer, take your junior brother to register at the intersect and help him arrange for a cave dwelling. Chan Yuer immediately dragged Hanju away with joy. On the way, Chan Yuer hardly told Hanju to come to her if he needed anything. Chan Yuer's direct gaze made Hanju dare not look her in the eye. He hurriedly said, I wouldn't dare to trouble senior sister. If senior sister needs anything, feel free to instruct your junior brother. This made Chan Yuer extremely happy. I've been at Jade Seclusion Peak for 5 years, and finally, a good-looking junior brother with an attitude and personality that suits my taste has arrived. I can't let him run away. Hanju, observing his senior sister's expression, filled with a greedy ferocity like that of a wolf, couldn't help but feel a surge of fear. This Jade Seclusion Peak doesn't live up to its name. Why are all the female disciples like wolves and tigers? Soon, Chan Yuer had arranged Hanju's cave dwelling, even placing him next to her own dwelling. After the senior sister left, Hanju took a good look at his cave dwelling, once again marveling at the luxury of the intersect. Then he remembered that his master's realm was at the 3rd level of the nascent soul realm in the relationship list. This is the strongest cultivator I've come into contact with so far. I must cling to such a powerful figure. The known levels of cultivation from low to high are respectively energy cultivation realm, foundation establishment realm, golden core realm, nascent soul realm, and the entire Jade Pure set. Only the founding ancestors realm has reached beyond the nascent soul realm, yet he has been away for many years and has not returned. Just as he was preparing to start cultivating, the system suddenly popped up and gave Hanju 2 options. First, earn reputation and lead Jade Seclusion Peak to become the most powerful peak. The reward for the mission is an unparalleled magical tool, but it would offend Shishuan Fairy. Second, cultivate in a low-profile manner and gain recognition from Shishuan Fairy, which would reward a secret manual for agility. Upon seeing the first option, Hanju was instantly speechless. Earning reputation and leading Jade Seclusion Peak to become the most powerful peak sounds like a good thing, doesn't it? Why would it offend Shishuan Fairy? This master is a bit strange. Before he knew it, another 3 years had passed. Hanju had cultivated all but his lightning spiritual root to the 9th level of the energy cultivation realm. He immediately sought out his master. Master, I have now cultivated both the wind and fire spiritual roots to the 9th level of the energy cultivation realm. Could master guide me to where I can cultivate lightning spiritual energy? Shishuan Fairy looked at Hanju in surprise. Are you aiming for a foundation establishment with 3 types of spiritual power? But Shishuan Fairy immediately threw cold water on Hanju's plans. Specializing in just 1 type of spiritual energy is already extremely difficult, and you're planning to specialize in 3? Not to mention the heavenly tribulation will be stronger later on. The time lost in cultivation is also a loss. Hanju understood. Indeed, there is a reason. Having these spiritual roots must come with a price. It's just that master probably didn't expect that I have my own methods. He then stated, disciple will spend all his time on cultivation. Seeing this, Shishuan Fairy's mouth slightly curved up. The intersect has a teleportation array leading to the Thunder Spirit Pool. Soon, Hanju arrived at the Thunder Spirit Pool and was again astonished by the grandeur of the Jade Pure set. I originally thought the so-called Thunder Spirit Pool was just a small pond. It seems I was looking at the sky from the bottom of a well. At this moment, he noticed that the vast Thunder Spirit Pool had only 1 person cultivating. While he was dazed, suddenly, a tree trunk with a human face appeared behind Hanju. Do not wander around inside the Thunder Spirit Pool. You can only cultivate by the poolside. Otherwise, if you're struck by lightning and die, it's your own fault. Immediately, a wretched scream echoed throughout the entire Thunder Spirit Pool. It took Hanju a moment to realize, to actually encounter a tree demon, the Jade Pure sect has really invested heavily. Even a tree demon is present, which is known as a cultivation catalyst. Though it looks a bit sinister, cultivating near it will definitely double the efficiency. I've really come to the right place. He then excitedly shouted, I must cultivate to the 9th level within a year. The other person cultivating at the Thunder Spirit Pool, upon hearing this, couldn't help but be speechless. Are these even human words? That's too arrogant. However, a year later, he was thoroughly proven wrong. Hanju actually managed to cultivate his lightning spiritual energy from 0 to the 9th level within a year. By this time, Hanju had finally reached the great perfection in all 6 types of energy cultivation. Purple electricity continuously wrapping around his body. He then decided to go straight for foundation establishment. The blue-haired young man in the field suddenly looked up at the sky, only to see a large amount of purple electricity gathering above. The might of this thunder tribulation shocked him. Then, the tree demon appeared behind the young man. Foundation establishment thunder tribulation. Damn, he really picked the place. Triggering the thunder tribulation in this Thunder Spirit Pool will at least double its power. You better get out of here to avoid being affected. It's too late for him to save himself. The tribulation clouds have already formed. In their eyes, Hanju was undoubtedly going to die this time. Others prepare thoroughly before facing their tribulation, but Hanju was directly undergoing his tribulation in the Thunder Spirit Pool, doubling the power of the thunder tribulation. What was even more terrifying was that he directly absorbed the heavenly tribulation, turning it into his power for foundation establishment. 2 years later, his realm had reached the 3rd level of the foundation establishment realm, and his lifespan was almost 200 years. Hanju cultivated because he feared death, while he was secretly pleased. The system popped up 2 options again. First, become famous in the Jade Pure sect, which would grant the 9 other thunder technique and earn the hatred of Shishuan Fairy. Second, quietly cultivate to form the golden core early, which would reward a supreme magical sword. Hanju was speechless again at the first option. How much does my master dislike fame? Then, the blue-haired young man cultivating at the Thunder Spirit Pool came up behind Hanju. My name is Mafuchu of Thunder Peak. May I have your name? Hanju also politely introduced himself. Upon learning that Hanju was from Jade Seclusion Peak, Mafuchu immediately tried to recruit him. A junior brother of Jade Seclusion Peak? With your talent, it's a waste to join Jade Seclusion Peak. Why not come to my Thunder Peak? My master is a thunder cultivator. Hanju didn't even think before politely declining. I have already taken Shishuan Fairy as my master. A master for a day is a father for life. How can I casually change allegiances? Thank you for your kindness. Brother him up. But then, the system suddenly popped up a notification. Hanju glanced at it and was shocked. The system displayed several statuses of Xing Hongxian. Your friend Xing Hongxian has been heavily injured and narrowly escaped death from being hunted down by the Jade Pure sect. Your friend Xing Hongxian has been hunted down by fellow sect members, but luckily managed to counterkill. Your friend Xing Hongxian has betrayed the Azure Nether Demon sect and is being hunted down. Your friend Xing Hongxuan's goodwill towards you has increased. Current goodwill is 4 stars. Hanju was speechless. After so many years, this woman is still alive, but we haven't even seen each other. Where did this goodwill come from? Is she okay? Meanwhile, Xing Hongxian was continuously dodging pursuers. Breathing a sigh of relief, finally got rid of the demon cult. As she was confused about where to go next, she suddenly thought of Hanju. When Hanju was about to hit her with a brick, coincidentally blocking most of Old Tai's attack, Xing Hongxian mistakenly thought Hanju was protecting her. This was the first time in her life someone had stood up for her. Xing Hongxian had firmly come to regard Hanju as her husband in her heart. As Hanju returned to his cave dwelling and was about to start cultivating, he heard the sound of bells. When Hanju came out of his dwelling, he encountered Chan Yuer and learned that this was the signal for the master to assemble all disciples. The two then flew on their swords towards the main hall. Upon Hanju's arrival in the hall, it was already filled with a large number of disciples. Hanju's appearance also caused quite a stir among the disciples. At this moment, Shishuan Fairy, seeing that everyone had arrived, directly said, following the sect leader's order, from now on, in the 18 peaks battles, the last 3 peaks will send disciples to participate in the fight against the Azure Nether Demon sect. In recent years, the Azure Nether Demon sect has repeatedly sent spies to plot against the Jade Pure sect. The sect leader has declared that we should prepare to retaliate. Hanju was speechless, sending the bottom 3 peaks. Isn't this just delivering them on a platter? At this time, the eldest disciple, Lu Sanqin, stated, although our Jade Seclusion Peak has always been low profile, we also want to serve the sect. Master, the sect has recently launched an outstanding disciple training program, selecting the most outstanding disciples from each peak for cultivation to be the foundation of the next generation of the sect. Isn't this tailor-made for me? Unexpectedly, Shishuan Fairy chose Hanju. Lu Sanqin and Hanju, upon hearing this, were both shocked and broke out in a cold sweat. Hanju quickly refused. I am honored by Master's high regard, but I only wish to quietly cultivate at Jade Seclusion Peak. Please give this opportunity to my fellow brothers and sisters. Hanju also guessed, Master values me this much. Could it be she suspects me of being a demon sect spy? Better safe than sorry. I'll still refuse. Seeing Hanju so resolute, Shishuan Fairy didn't say much more. Really? Then, Lu Sanqin, you go. You are the eldest disciple of Jade Seclusion Peak. You must not cause trouble. Afterward, Lu Sanqin specially came to Hanju to express his thanks. Junior brother, I have to thank you for speaking well of me to the master. If you encounter any trouble in the future, feel free to tell your elder brother. Hanju smiled. Then, I wish elder brother smooth sailing. At this moment, Chan Yuer hurriedly came over. Elder brother, I can take care of the junior brother. The elder brother immediately understood Chan Yuer's intention and, before leaving, gave Hanju a meaningful smile. Then Chan Yuer said, speaking of which, junior brother, you've been cultivating for so long and haven't done any sect missions, right? Want me to take you? Doing sect missions can earn a lot of cultivation resources. No need, senior sister. I still have enough spirit stone resources. Chan Yuer then added, the contribution points from doing missions can be exchanged for elixirs. To which Hanju responded, I'm afraid of death, so forget it. Chan Yuer became angry. How can we cultivators be afraid of death? If we're not afraid of death, then why bother cultivating for immortality? This left Chan Yuer unable to retort. Shishuan Fairy, overhearing Hanju's astonishing statement, was also left speechless for a moment. It seems Hanju is indeed not a spy from the demon sect, but a rogue cultivator without a lack of resources and with superior talent. Still, we should observe a bit longer. her. Just like that, another 10 years passed. Hanju once again came to the Thunder Spirit Pool. As soon as Hanju arrived, the tree demon started causing trouble. I thought you were a genius before, but so many years have passed, and you're still at the Foundation Establishment 3rd level. Hanju nonchalantly scratched his head. Well, who can say for sure with cultivation? He was only showing his lightning spiritual root. His other 5 types of spiritual roots had already reached the 5th level of the Foundation Establishment. At this moment, Mafuchu also walked over, followed by a girl. Mafuchu introduced her to Hanju. This is my sister, Maju. Upon seeing Hanju, Maju immediately asked, why are you still at the Foundation Establishment 3rd level? My brother said you might be at the 6th level by now. Hanju just chuckled, taking it step by step. Then he sat down cross-legged, ready to start cultivating. I'll start cultivating now. Staying here costs quite a few spirit stones. Just a heads up, if you want to cultivate, please stay a bit away from me. As soon as he finished speaking, he began absorbing the surrounding spiritual energy into himself. Mafuchu, seeing this, was shocked. This absorption speed of spiritual energy is even more terrifying than mine. How is this possible? I'm at the Foundation Establishment 9th level. This person must have a way to suppress his cultivation level. His real cultivation level must not be below mine. Hanju has been cultivating like this for 8 years, finally cultivating his lightning power to the 9th level to perfection. As Hanju prepared to leave, the tree demon said, I have an opportunity here that can provide many cultivation resources. Would you be interested? Is it dangerous? Opportunities always come with risks. Hearing there were risks, Hanju didn't even think before turning around to leave. Just as Hanju was collecting his salary for the past few years, Maju suddenly approached him. I have a favor to ask of Hanju. It's a great opportunity. Upon hearing about the opportunity, Hanju couldn't hold back any longer and refused without a second thought. Sorry, I need to go back to cultivate, and then disappeared in front of Maju. Suddenly, Hanju overheard passers-by talking about the intersect competition. He was struck as if by lightning. I've cultivated too intensely and forgot about such an important event. Master might skin me alive for this. Hanju immediately went to find Shishuan Fairy and confessed his mistake. Fortunately, Shishuan Fairy did not blame him. However, seeing that Hanju's cultivation level was still at the Foundation Establishment 3rd level, she couldn't help but show a puzzled face. Hanju explained, I'm actually at the Foundation Establishment 9th level. I just wanted to keep a low profile by hiding my cultivation level. This move significantly increased Shishuan Fairy's favorable impression of him. At this moment, the system also notified Hanju that the task of cultivating low-key and gaining Shishuan Fairy's recognition was completed. He received the secret technique, 7-fold illusion step. It was then Hanju noticed that the master had taken a new disciple. Turning his head, he saw it was none other than Old Tai. Old Tai also looked up at Hanju at the same moment. The two of them stared at each other, shouting out each other's names simultaneously in surprise. Chan Yuer looked curious. So you two know each other. At that moment, Shishuan Fairy said to Hanju, this is a new disciple who has just joined Jade Seclusion Peak. You can call him Tai Junior Brother. Little did she know, the expressions on their faces were as colorful as they could be. Then, Shishuan Fairy brought up a serious matter. Hanju, since you like cultivating so much, I have a mission for you. Guard the myriad demon realm of the Jade Pure Sect. Hanju, hearing this, broke out in a cold sweat. This myriad demon realm sounds impressive, but also seems very dangerous. However, Chan Yuer got excited. That's where the Jade Pure Sect keeps its demon pets. Let me accompany Han Junior Brother. Master, Shishuan Fairy directly refused Chan Yuer. It's very dangerous there. There are often rampages of demons, and there have been instances of disciples being brutally killed. Already worried, Hanju was even more scared upon hearing this. Isn't this setting your disciple up for failure? It's not even being concealed. But looking at Shishuan Fairy's expression, it seems I have no chance to refuse. This should be similar to being a zoo security guard. I'll just have to slack off when the time comes. He respectfully agreed to follow the arrangement, and then went back to pack his things. Seeing the two leaving, Shishuan Fairy suddenly said to Old Tai, I don't want to dwell on your past with Hanju. From now on, you are brothers. Getting along with him will only benefit you. As long as there's no deep hatred, try to resolve it. From what I know of him, he won't scheme against you. In the future, Hanju will be a direct disciple of Jade Seclusion Peak. Speaking of which, Hanju had been in the myriad demon realm for a year and a half, spending his days in nothing but cultivation. Browsing through the system's social feed out of boredom one day, he suddenly received several messages about Maju. Your friend Maju was attacked by a demon cultivator and nearly severely injured. Your friend Maju was attacked by a disciple of the Jade Pure Sect, hanging on for dear life, fell off a cliff. He couldn't help but sigh. Opportunities really never bring anything good. Miss Mo better just take care of herself. Then, stretching lazily, he went out to patrol. He made regular patrols to prevent any disturbances from the demons. Stepping outside, he found a cute little cat perched on a tree branch, looking harmless. He turned to walk away, but the little cat suddenly transformed into a big cat and launched a sneak attack on Hanju. In an instant, its sharp claws tore through Hanju, but the next second, Hanju turned into a wisp of smoke and vanished, with the real Hanju already on the rooftop. He had just used the 7-fold illusion step technique. This technique allows each level to split into one afterimage, and at its peak, at the 7th level, it can split into 7 afterimages. Hanju split into 7 afterimages and charged at the demon beast from all directions, surrounding it. All figures simultaneously executed the Supreme Finger Divine Sword, shooting numerous sword energies towards the demon beast. Although only the real body could inflict damage, the demon beast couldn't discern which was real and which was fake. In an instant, it was severely injured by Hanju and immediately ran away. Hanju didn't pursue it. He noticed that the demon disturbances had become more apparent recently and decided to report this situation. After the sect's higher-ups were informed of the situation, they immediately convened a meeting. They speculated that there must be a traitor within the sect's upper echelons. With the sect leader missing, they had no choice but to send more people to thoroughly investigate the matter. 2 years later, Hanju was sitting within a forbidden formation in the myriad demon realm. He discovered that this formation was a treasure. Inside the formation, even those at the golden core realm couldn't enter, and its soundproofing was top-notch. It was perfect for both cultivation and rest. Just as he was pleased with himself, suddenly a voice came from behind. Young friend, are you using the myriad demon realm as a place for cultivation? Hanju casually responded, what else? But the next second, he realized something and turned around in shock, only to find a fat man standing behind him. This person is unaffected by the restrictions, then his strength must be above the golden core level. The fat man said, I'm also a Jade Pure Sect disciple sent to guard the myriad demon realm. You seem to be at the Foundation Establishment realm 3rd level, but judging by your actual breathing rate, you're at the Foundation Establishment realm 9th level, right? You don't need to be nervous. Did you come here on your own? Where did your master send you? My master, Shishuan Fairy, sent me here. Hearing this, the fat man leaned in closer. Did your master assign you any tasks? Even if she did, why would I tell you? Oh, can't tell others? Interesting. Junior sister. Alright kid, you've already gotten yourself into big trouble. For your master's sake, I can help you solve it. At this moment, Hanju was startled by the relationship list that popped up from the system. It turns out this person was the Jade Pure Sect leader, Li Qingzi, who admired Shishuan Fairy. Li Qingzi then explained, the demon beasts here are showing signs of unrest, and these beasts are under Demon King Tiger Heart White Dragon. You must know that Tiger Heart White Dragon holds grudges and seeks revenge for even the slightest slights. This time, commanding so many demon beasts to lurk here in preparation for an uprising. Be honest with me. What did you do before to provoke Tiger Heart White Dragon? However, at this moment, Hanju was not interested in listening to him. His mind was filled with images of Li Qingzi and his master, Shishuan Fairy, together, feeling extremely angry inside. This fat man is not worthy of my master. Junior friend, I'm asking you a question. Hanju then recounted the previous events to Li Qingzi. After hearing the story, Li Qingzi mused, how strange. The demon beast uprising happened earlier than expected. It seems it wasn't your doing. Most likely, the demon cult is causing trouble behind the scenes. Your encounter with Tiger Heart White Dragon was just a side episode. You're really lucky. The demon king must have been trapped into expending too much energy. Otherwise, you would have been doomed. What kind of movement technique did you use to outpace Tiger Heart White Dragon? Hanju casually responded, just a technique I picked up on the road. It's normal for it to be faster. This frustrated Li Qingzi immensely. That's a demon king. Even golden core realm experts would struggle with its speed. Right now, we need to prioritize dealing with the potential beast uprising and start from the root. Do you mean to kill it, senior? Kill it? That demon king has immense potential. If it's killed, will you compensate? Perhaps this is an opportunity. Your master sending you to the myriad demon realm must have been intended for you to make a name for yourself. Plus, your movement technique is extraordinary. Having faced Tiger Heart White Dragon and come out unscathed, you must have some tricks up your sleeve. I suggest you go and subdue it. Without hesitation, Hanju turned around and left. Senior, please find someone else. I just want to cultivate in peace. Li Qingzi hurriedly called out to stop Hanju. I will set up a formation to trap them here, relieving you of the pressure. If you can subdue Tiger Heart White Dragon, I will teach you the Jade Pure Sect Supreme Technique, the Jade Purity Art. At that moment, the system popped up a choice. 1. Accept the mission. Strive to subdue Tiger Heart White Dragon and receive the secret technique reward from Li Qingzi, the hatred of the Demon King, and the attention of the Azure Nether Demon Sect. 2. Refuse the mission. Return to continue cultivating and receive a sword technique manual with a decrease in Li Qingzi's favorability. Seeing that subduing the Demon King would bring the Demon King's hatred and the Azure Nether Demon Sect's attention, Hanju decisively said, sorry for the disturbance. Farewell, and then turned around to leave. This left Li Qingzi stomping his feet in frustration. How did my junior sister end up with such a disciple? Sighing helplessly, he ultimately took on the burden alone. You see, I was right, Demon King. It's truly you. Easily sensing this place. Immediately, Li Qingzi engaged in a fierce battle with the Demon King. Several days after the Demon Beast uprising, Chan Yuer suddenly arrived in the myriad demon realm, accompanied by the 7th senior brother of Jade Seclusion Peak, Mengi. It turns out that Shishuan Fairy sent them to assist Hanju. Hanju. Mangi then went alone to scout the surroundings. Chanyu told Hanju, "This time we came because Master feared for your safety. It's said that spies from the demon cult have infiltrated the Myriad Demon Realm. We must be extra cautious." Hearing this, Hanju immediately suggested leaving the Myriad Demon Realm. Just as Chanyu was about to refuse, Mangi returned, wounded all over. "I saw a group of demon beasts trapped by a formation near a cliff a few miles away. I was on my way back when I encountered a golden core level demon beast." Hanju quickly took out an elixir to heal Mangi while thinking to himself, "Indeed, one cannot be reckless when outside. The fate of my senior brother proves it." At that moment, they were horrified to discover a horde of demon beasts charging towards them. Hanju was ready to flee, but Chanyu said, "This area is under the jurisdiction of our Jade Seclusion Peak. Wouldn't leaving be considered desertion?" Hanju, devoid of any sense of martial honor, retorted, "Then you can stay here and wait for death. I'll sing praises of your bravery to Master." Mangi also ceased to insist. Hanju, your brother is right. Each of the 18 peaks has its own area to manage in the Myriad Demon Realm. The beast tide is attacking not just us. As long as we survive, there's no fear of losing the battle. Let's move right now. No sooner had they stepped out of the house than the attic was demolished by the demon beast army. Seeing the demon beasts not stopping and continuing to charge forward, they deduced that the demon cult must be up to something. Suddenly, Hanju sensed a strong demonic aura and saw a huge eagle with its mouth wide open biting towards them. Fortunately, Hanju reacted in time, grabbing Chanyu and dodging, while Mangi seized the chance to escape alone. Hanju couldn't help but curse in his heart. "Damn it, that coward just abandoned us and ran for his life." Chanyu suddenly cried out in fear, noticing a golden core level demon beast and 6 foundation establishment pinnacle level demon beasts circling above them. As the demon beasts charged towards them, Chanyu closed her eyes in despair, thinking they were doomed. Yet Hanju's mouth curved into a slight smile. Around him appeared 3 sword shadows of different colors. The peerless sword technique he acquired by refusing Li Qingzi, the 3 pure shadow sword. With just a gentle utterance of the word slash from Hanju, the 7 demon beasts were instantly annihilated. Chanyu was utterly stunned. Had she not seen it with her own eyes, she would have never believed it. Remembering the look in Hanju's eyes at that moment, she couldn't help but blush and feel her heart flutter. But then she saw Hanju packing up the corpses of the demon beasts. "What a haul today. These demon beasts are treasures all over. I heard they can be exchanged for spirit stones. Let's go." Chanyu was rendered speechless again. "Bring back my junior brother from just now." When the two arrived at the Myriad Demon Realm's teleportation array, Mangi excitedly rushed towards them upon seeing them alive. "Junior brother, junior sister, you're still alive. This is wonderful." Only to be met with a kick to the face from Chanyu. "Why weren't you eaten by the demon beasts?" After they emerged, Hanju's first course of action was to exchange the demon beasts' corpses for spirit stones. Looking at a big bag full of spirit stones, Hanju was so excited he considered going back for another round against the demon beasts. Chanyu, noticing Hanju's thoughts, said, "The Myriad Demon Realm is a small world specially created by the sect for cultivating demon beasts. Each one is extremely valuable. Under normal circumstances, disciples are not allowed to hunt the demon beasts inside. This time was an exception, so we might not be held accountable." While saying this, she continued to beat Mangi. Hearing this, Hanju had no choice but to give up the idea. "I better just continue to cultivate quietly and save up spirit stones gradually. The amount I have left should be enough to attempt reaching the golden core." Then, the 3 of them went to see Shishuan Fairy and reported the events within the Myriad Demon Realm. Shishuan Fairy didn't say much after hearing it and asked Chanyu and the others to leave. Keeping Hanju behind. At this point, Hanju was extremely anxious. "Is she going to settle scores with me alone? Is Master still suspicious of me? When will this ever end?" Shishuan Fairy suddenly asked. "Hanju, what is the purpose of your cultivation?" "Only for immortality." Hearing this response, Shishuan Fairy was speechless for a moment. "If you keep secluding yourself for cultivation without seeking opportunities, you cannot achieve immortality." "I understand, Master, but I wish to strengthen my cultivation first. Once I have enough strength, I'll seek opportunities." Hanju thought to himself, "With my unparalleled talent and fortune, what need do I have for opportunities?" Shishuan Fairy, clearly exasperated by his attitude, massaged her temples and said, "I have arranged an opportunity for you. If you had made contributions in the Myriad Demon Realm, becoming a core disciple would have been within easy reach. Unfortunately, you gave it up. Moreover, even I cannot see through the grade of the cultivation technique you practice. I can't help you with your cultivation technique, but how about this? Would you like to have your own innate spiritual energy cave dwelling? Aside from lightning spiritual energy, it contains other types of spiritual energy as well." Upon hearing this, Hanju excitedly asked, "Where is it?" "It's near the Jade Pure sect. However, you need to rank in the top 3 in the intersect competition to get it." Hearing about the competition, Hanju started to have second thoughts. The intersect competition. It won't be dangerous, right? Seeing his timid appearance, Shishuan Fairy was so annoyed she felt like punching him. "Are you afraid of a mere competition? It won't kill you." Hanju then asked, "Master, will there be golden core or above participants in the competition?" Shishuan Fairy replied irritably, "Do you think golden core realm cultivators are as common as cabbages? Those who reach that level either become core disciples or elders, stewards." Hearing that no one above golden core would participate, Hanju immediately changed his tune. "I'll gladly accept that innate cave dwelling. With 8 years until the intersect examination, Hanju planned to use this time to cultivate diligently. He immediately went to the wind spirit pool, aiming to bring all 6 types of spiritual roots to the 9th level of the foundation establishment stage before the examination. Just then, he noticed a group of people bullying someone nearby. Eating his melon, Hanju thought, "I better just focus on my cultivation." But suddenly, the system sent a notification. "Innate destiny detected. Would you like to view their origin?" Hanju was startled.